Hello, school board. My name is Mike Cerbola. I just recently learned of July in 2014, I guess it was Congress and the NRA passed a law that banned the Center for Disease Control from researching the behavioral transmission of aggression in schools and communities. That means that some of the prior requests and some of the things that I had been looking to push perhaps on the diversity board aren't going to be possible in other words, they're actually banning scientific research. And, you keep hearing at the national and federal level, that they are looking for us for leadership in a strange way. They're saying, hey, they're changing laws and doing things. They're saying, hey, we need to come to them. If we don't complain about these things, who will? You are looking at averaging classes soon, and that is clearly not acceptable. For example, I've been pushing 1 and 3 not being acceptable. I'm not sure people understand what that represents. And, do people have a question as to whether it's real or not? I've been talking about doing anonymous polling. The reason for that isn't to terrify people how bad things are with kids. Things are improving, but things can't improve past a certain point. We can't get at some of these issues, especially with young women and women of color especially, if we don't expose what 1 and 3 really is. So if it's not a matter of fear, I think it's that we fear what will we do if it is real. And the truth of the matter is there's lots we can do. You have a lot of these solutions, and they're not a matter of bankrupting us. There's things, a matter of will, and they're being talked about at the federal level. There's things like as simple as putting available an autobiographical little app for kids to access on a weekly basis that they use from grade 1 to grade 12. And there's a bunch of things technologically we can do. We measure our bacon in our hamburgers to see whether it's stressed because it might affect flavor. That same stress affects how our child's brains grow. The fact we can afford to do it with our bacon and not our children is of concern. So here's the thing. We need to take action. If you don't take action on these things, who will? It is 100% preventable. Would you call yourselves activists, for example? And if not, why not? If 1 in 3 is a real thing that's going on in our communities, 1 in 3 kids being abused, sexually abused, neglected, not treated as we would wish them, to a criminal extent, and if we acknowledge that this is something that can be behaviorally transmitted as a stress factor within our schools, let's us as a community ask the Center for Disease Control to look into this. And if they say no, then we need to scream heck, or can I say bloody murder? Or something. No, not violent. That's the thing, is we need to get away from this. We can't demonstrate justice by the wrong way. We need to not demonstrate justice in our schools to make them fundamentally safe. They need to be the last place anyone ever thinks of to go to do violence to children. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Monica Brown.